Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. No! Caesar Lemieux! Are you fucking kidding me? Walsh, 62 overall, fucking 50-something overall, Caesar Lemieux, 72 overall? What's the point of building up a big team? I'm fucking done with this shit. Fuck! Dear GM Superbman, the board is disappointed with this year's playoff run. You've had 9 years to bring the Stanley Cup to San Jose, but have failed to do so. This will be your last chance to win the Stanley Cup. Either San Jose wins in year 10, or you'll be finding yourself another job. Absolutely freaking ridiculous. Both my team and ownership blaming GM Superbman for not getting the job done. A 54-20-8 regular season, and then all of a sudden the team just goes to sleep in the last 2 games. Can't get any goals for. 3 goals in the last 2. And also ownership. A bunch of analysts thinking that they can do a better job than GM Superbman. I highly doubt it. 9 years we haven't won the Stanley Cup, but come on, you ungrateful bastards. They don't want GM Superbman here anymore, boys. So we got year 10. We have 1 more year, and we have to win the Stanley Cup, all right? A Stanley Cup loss, it doesn't matter. Western Conference final win, doesn't matter. We have to win that cup this year. So, yeah, I don't even know what I want to do just yet. We got to get to the offseason. Definitely have some moves to make. But let's just quickly take a look at the stats for the playoffs and see who performed for us in the playoffs. I felt like we actually had some good goal scoring in the first 5 games, but, you know, Ernest Chiarelli wasn't playing like he did in the regular season, towards the end of the season, and in previous playoff rounds. So forwards, you know, we had a bunch of players who chipped in. Yeah, everybody on our team had a point forward-wise, but no one really took over as that captaincy-type material, right? We had Julius Honka show up for a game. Ernest Chiarelli showed up for a game, but nobody had, like, a point-a-game stats here. Kyle Clifford, 4 points. Walton, 4 points, all assists. What else is new? DeCall, 4 points. Lupul, 3 goals, all right? So he's tied for Clifford with the most goals. McFarland, only 3 points. Couturier, 3 points. Palmieri, 3 points. I mean, we had some good depth goal scoring up until Game 5. You know, we had a really good goal scoring, but just Games 6 and 7, we didn't get any goals that game. Defense, Honka, yeah, that was that big 2-goal game for him. Merrill, 2 points. Shattenkirk, 1. No points for our defenseman. And also losing Boris Konechev to injury, that hurt us as well, especially when we needed those goals. Jonathan Quick, man, he was just way too good. And Ernest Chiarelli, you know, I'm not going to blame Ernest Chiarelli. 1.85 goals against average. Save percentage of 93.40. I mean, it's our lack of goal scoring in these key situations. Now, we have gone up against the LA Kings in 3 years in a row now, so you're facing, you know, Jonathan Quick. We beat them the first year, but we lost last year and this year now. But the year before that, when we lost against the Edmonton Oilers and they had Brassard in the net or whatever it was, you know? So I don't know what it is. Our team in the clutch doesn't seem to be able to have somebody to come through and score a lot of goals. DeCall does great during the regular season, but then he goes to sleep in the playoffs here. So, I don't know. We got to figure out what we want to do here. I got 1 year left. My job is on the line. I definitely want to come back and try to win. I mean, we know we have, if we break it down like this, we know we have the team right now to win the regular season. We know we have a playoff team. We know we have a possible President's Trophy winning team, right? If I keep this exact same squad together. But 2 years in a row now, we've lost in the first round. So I don't care about the regular season. I want to be a playoff team. Justin Braun's available, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. I mean, I guess I could watch the AHL, but you know what? It doesn't matter at this point. 10 years in, still yet to... Only made it to the Stanley Cup Finals once as well, and we lost in the finals. So, I definitely got to turn this around somehow. I'm thinking a first-line right wing might be the first option, because we have plenty of younger players who are getting better. Obviously, Walton and McFarland, if they can jump up to the 90s overall, that would help us out tremendously. DeCall, if he can jump up a little bit more. But... the interesting thing is, you know, this was the year that we were going to make a lot of trades because a lot of our contracts only have 1 year left. Like, I'm pretty sure Merrill, there's a few other guys in there as well. I forget their names. We'll get to it in a second. But the reason I was going to make trades was I was hoping that this was going to be a good year. Then you could trade away the players and kind of do like a small rebuild type thing, right? But it doesn't look like it's going to happen now because I want to come back with kind of not exactly the same team. I want to keep the best players, but I think Joffrey Lupul is definitely overstayed his welcome. I know he got 3 goals, but if we're trying to win that Stanley Cup, I need the first line to be point per game in the playoffs, right from game 1. So if there's one thing to change, yeah, I'll agree with you guys now. We'll go with Joffrey Lupul. He might even retire now anyways. Best lines. There you go. So game 7 in the conference finals for the AHL team. And they win. All right, we're in the finals. Best roster, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, no, best roster. It doesn't matter. Continue. All right, so our AHL team is tearing it up, which is good news. All right, we have definitely a deep roster. You serve the sand. Okay, they're offering me another 5 years. I guess this contract only comes in 2 years. Oh, they want to offer me 5 years. All right, blah, 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 whatever. I guess that's just a typo that's coming through. What's it called? Yeah, if I win the Stanley Cup, they want me back for another 5 years. But if not, they're gonna fire me. They're gonna get rid of me. Come on now, oh, they lost, didn't they? Yeah, it's taken a while on this second last game. That usually means that it's a loss. Yeah, there it is. All right, so our AHL team lost in the finals. Seems like our AHL team is full of the type of players that we are bringing up to the NHL team. You know, players that they can do good, but when it comes to the clutch, you know, when it really comes down to it, they just can't get it done. Columbus Blue Jackets, your Stanley Cup champions. All right. We are 10 years in, so Ryan Murray, Johansson, I wonder who their goalie is. Dansk, maybe? I don't know. But, yeah, so the Columbus Blue Jackets, man, I don't understand. I want to take a look at the Columbus Blue Jackets roster and just see how they are able to win the Stanley Cup, and I still can't. I don't think I can do it at this point. I don't think you can look at lineups, but still, man. Those damn LA Kings. 3 years in a row we've had to face them in the first round. And it's not unbelievable because look what the LA Kings did this year, man. They can come back from down 3-0. You know, they're that kind of team. Jonathan freaking Quick. Man. Still, though, I feel like we should just be getting a little bit of luck as well. We've got no luck in this entire simulation. All right, so Ryan Getzlaf is gone. Let's keep going down here. Paul Stastny, Kevin Bieksa, Jay Bouwmeester, Dustin Brown, L.A. So L.A. lost Jeff Carter, Jay Bouwmeester, Dustin Brown, Trevor Daley, Jake Muzzin. Holy crap, man, they lost everybody here. 10 years in, how old is Dustin Brown? Like 36 years old, 35? Yeah, all right. Jeff Carter would be retiring at 37 years old. All right, I guess so. Man, the LA Kings, they shouldn't be a problem now. They just lost like 4, 6 even, like 5 of their key roster players. All right, so that's good news. Keep going down here. Shea Weber's gone. So you see what I mean about the Shea Weber trade? Hey, he would have retired anyways. I'm glad I didn't trade too much for that. Girardi's gone. San Jose. So we lost Jimmy Brashear. I don't know who he was. He was probably a rookie that we never played. Santorelli, Roman Polak. All right, Joe Pavelski. So he retired from Tampa Bay. He had a really good career there, though. He won 2 Stanley Cups, I believe. How old would Joe Pavelski be in year 10? Like 34, 35? He's retiring. Man, people retire so young in this game. Bozak, Semin, Kessler, Raymond. Yep. A lot of retires this year. Goaltenders, Corey Crawford's gone, and Marc-Andre Fleury is gone. All right, so there you go. Now, let's take a look at our roster and see what we got. So we have $7 million of cap space available. So I wouldn't mind bringing everyone back. I'm not gonna make trades so that the team will be better for next year. You know what I mean? This is my last year possibly. So I want to bring in all the best players that I possibly can. Screw trading somebody because I can't afford them next year. I'll let them walk next year. I could care less. We have to win the Stanley Cup this year. It's all about this year. All right. So first off, let's just go to scouting just to see if there's anybody available. All right. Hang on. Scouting reports. All right, top 5s. There you go. So you got Darren Harima, defensive defenseman, 6'9" from the WHL. Ronnie Slaney, defensive defenseman. Larry Campagna, sniper, left wing, and Tom Nemies, power forward. All right, there you go. Oh, damn! There's a 5-star goalie in here, Par Prince. But you know what? From Sweden, the next Henrik Lundqvist, it looks like. But you know what? There's no point. I mean, I'm sure he's going to be a good player. But Ernest Chiarelli, he's in his prime. He's had 3 great seasons. He ain't going anywhere. Well, you know what? We can actually take a look at awards. We'll see if Ernest Chiarelli, with all those extra wins, has won his 3rd Vezina in a row. So, Columbus and Buffalo, Tampa. So the East is taken over. Presidents, the San Jose Sharks. Clarence S. Campbell. So it was Vancouver versus Columbus in the final. So we didn't even have, LA didn't even go far. Art Ross, Oliver Bjorkstrand. I guess that's why they're winning the Stanley Cup now. They got some good players. Hart Memorial, Jonathan Drouin, James Norris, Torrey Krug, Lady Byng. All right, Calder Memorial, Conn Smythe. There you go. Sergei Bobrovsky. Vezina. Yeah, there it is. Carey Price. I think Carey Price was the one I was thinking was going to get it. I know I had a lot more wins, but his save percentage or goals against average, both categories were a lot better. So, Ernest Chiarelli was not able to win 3 Vezinas in a row, but I'm sure he was top 3. He was in the voting still. He was a nomination. William M. Jennings, Bill Masterton, Frank J. Selke, Ted Lindsay, Maurice Richard, and there you go. All right. And I'll quickly just playoff tree, just to show you guys. All right, so the LA Kings lost in round 2 to the Vancouver Canucks. For God's sakes, man. What a horrible playoff run. Vancouver then lost to Edmonton. Oh, no, sorry, they went to the final. Ugh, but still, horrible run for the San Jose Sharks. All right, so let me go to... There's a few things that we can change. Obviously, the tough guy. The tough guy on our top 6, it seemed like it worked out great for the regular season, but... maybe that's something that we can improve, you know, just get somebody who's like 85 overall defensive defenseman instead of the tough guy. Who knows? All right, so Ernest Chiarelli, one more year getting better. So hopefully he jumps to like 88, 89 overall. But even if he stays the same, he's still proved to have some great seasons. But I got to re-sign him this year, right? So there's one contract. Defenseman. All right, so Hamilton, Shattenkirk. I mean, Shattenkirk I could trade, but I can trade him next year. There's no point. 33 years old, he's fine. Merrill, all right, 86, same guy I could trade. I could trade next year. All right, that's good. Actually, you know what? I don't need to trade anyone this year. I have all these guys. Konechnev, Honka. Yeah, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for the 6th guy, we can go back with Morrison, right? I'll just show you guys Morrison's stats. Walter Morrison. This is the guy we used in the regular season last year. I mean, ridiculous amounts of penalties, right? But no points. He's a -5, but -5 with only that amount of points, right? He's not meant for goal scoring or anything. I got him as a tough guy. Now, I mean, there's no points there. That's why I'm saying we might be able to replace him, just because, you know, if you want to win that Stanley Cup, I know we had the President's Trophy, but I don't know. So, the one defenseman that we could use, and then McFarland, Walton, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gallagher, I can hold on to these guys. Walton, I got to sign this year. Okay. I can hold on to all these guys. I got Clifford, Lupul. Lupul didn't retire. Did he jump up to 84 overall? Did he get a little bit better? All right, well, it's good to know that we still have Joffrey Lupul if I need him for some depth. Clifford, all right, I'm going to have to re-sign him. Anthony Mantha we still have for some depth. Palmieri we still have for some depth. Yeah, we have plenty of players here. Okay, so let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we have a little bit too much here. Dwight King, what did you do this year? Yeah, Dwight King's our penalty killer, though. Yeah, no. I keep Dwight King for the penalty killing. Yeah, that's fine. Or do we trade Dwight King? Or do we move him down this year? Because, yeah, we're in 21-22, right? Hang on. I don't think we even played Dwight. Yeah, 21-22. We didn't play Dwight King this year. So I can trade away Dwight King to free up some cap space. All right, yeah. I'm just trying to remember who we played and who we didn't, because it was Clifford who replaced Dwight King. So we can trade away Dwight King to make a little bit of money. And same thing with Dozy. I'm going to release Dozy. You can trade him away. Oh, shit, he's got 98 defensive awareness. I can hold on to him for some depth in the playoffs. Dozy's okay. But Dwight King, I got to release his contract. Brendan Lemieux. Yeah, it's just Dwight King. Duclair, he might get better this year. Or I could trade him. All right. So, let us try to find a first-line right winger who can play good for us. I might not make the trade right now. I might wait until off-season, but because we can sign Joffrey Lupul and then trade him, right? But let's just see here. So hang on. Oh, what do I want to do? Trading block. Hang on. Trading block. Let's go for forwards. I don't care who you are, but I want a really good shooting category, all right? So forwards, there you go. Really good shooting category to provide us more goals. Right wingers. All right, so Voracek, Eberle, Tarasenko, and all these guys way too much trade value. But these guys down here, all right? Yeah. The only problem with these guys down here is like Joffrey Lupul, like Zykov, Valentin Zykov from the the LA Kings. He's got a decent defensive awareness. I'm just trying to think, like 39 goals. I mean, yeah, it would work. What kind of contract? 2 years left at 6.3. I could take that. 1 year left for Grabner. Shason, Kucherov. I ain't bringing Kucherov back. I wouldn't know who to put on that first line because Joffrey Lupul is like, he's 84 overall, right? I mean, it's so tough to choose here. I mean, Christo... I do like Zykov. Zykov's got some pretty good stats there, and the contract isn't that bad. Like, one more year at 6.3, I can handle that, because then you just don't sign Joffrey Lupul. All right, so Valentin Zykov, I will attempt. All right, I'll take a look at him and see if I can. Anybody who's got less trade value, there's no point of even trading for him, because I know you guys want the top winger on that first line, and to get a top winger, you have to, you know, the trade value is going to be up there, so... we'll see what I can do here. So first off, let's just go through the teams and see who's available. Corey freaking Perry. Oh my god. Get him for the first line. The two-way forward with the playmaker and the sniper. Oh my god, that could be it. He's still got his 4-star potential. $7.6 million. Corey freaking Perry, boys. Alright? He's got 81 penalty minutes. He does take a lot of penalty minutes, though, and if he's going to be playing first-line time, he gets a lot of penalty minutes, right? Joffrey Lupul, his discipline is 68. All right, I mean, it's good to know. It's good to know. And 2 years left. I can afford that. We'll keep going here. Bufflin, nope. I don't need a defenseman right now. I want the winger right now. The first line winger is more important than the top 6 defensemen. TJ Soshi, he's a two-way forward, same thing, but he's a lot more disciplined. Oh no, he still gets 81 penalty minutes. Never mind. I guess it's he's a little bit more of a fighter. So you got TJ Soshi in there as well. Jaskin, 87. Ooh, Jaskin. 87. 1 year left. Oh, 1 year left, though. He's going to want a lot. He's a good sniper. Well, that could work right there. Dmitry Jaskin. Yeah, that could work. All right, so some good right wingers here that are available. Keep going here. Vlasic. I'm not getting Marc-Edouard Vlasic. He's way too much trade value. Nope, don't need anybody like that. I need a winger. Matt Molson, how good would he be? 84, yeah, it's the same thing as Joffrey Lupul. You guys want the stuff. Oh my god, Zach Parise and Ryan Suter are available. They've had enough of these guys. Zach Parise, all right, 3.5 stars, so he might drop. I'd rather take like a Corey Perry than a Zach Parise. Another playmaker as well. You don't want a playmaker alongside a Walton. And Ryan Suter, 92. I mean, that would be great, but it's a lot of trade value. And no. No. All right, McQuaid, Dallas, Esteen, new. Seabrook and Keith are available. Man, all these players are available. Let's see this now. Duncan Keith, 3.5 star potential. The only thing is the trading. Oh, I went back to Duncan Keith. The trading assets, right? I don't really have much. I'd rather get like a Brent Seabrook for like. Oh no, he's 2.5 star. Never mind. I wouldn't get Brent Seabrook. I wouldn't get Duncan Keith, though, because we already have Julius Honka and Konechev that you want to play as your offensive defenseman. Louis Eriksson, hang on. Louis Eriksson, he's 86 overall. Nah, it's not really much of a jump from Joffrey Lupul. If I'm going to make the jump, you guys want the jump, yeah. So I think it's between Corey Perry. The only thing I don't like about Corey Perry is he's going to be taking penalty minutes. Look at those. And if we're going to get him, he's going to be playing first-line time with the McFarland and Walton. So he's going to be taking a lot of penalty minutes, right? And he only had 21 goals this year. So, I mean, he could have more with the really good line mates, right? But I'm more thinking about the St. Louis Blues. Either TJ Soshi, because he's got, what's his potential? He's still got the 4-star potential. He's a two-way forward. Sure, he's got the penalty minutes alongside of Corey Perry, but the contract is less. He's a little bit cheaper, all right? And his discipline is up as 85, so maybe that'll make a difference. Or we could just go for Jaskin, because I think Jaskin would be the better bet than Valentin Zykov, because they want to give up Jaskin compared to Zykov. Like, hang on, let's see. Well, Zykov's trade value is a lot less. That's one good thing about it. But Jaskin. Ooh, I don't know which one to go for here, boys. I know it's a lot of thinking right now, but whatever, we got to do it. Jaskin, yeah, Jaskin's trade value is a lot higher. He's only got 1 year left on his deal, though. So that's why. All right, I wouldn't mind getting Jaskin if I could, but let's just see who I could give up. No. Joffrey Lupul, but we can't trade him. Kirby Reichel, no. I want to hold them on for the third line. I need the solid third line still. See what I mean? We really don't have much to trade away here. So that's why I think I got to make the trade in the offseason. Hamilton, Shattenkirk, blah, blah, blah. No, we have nothing to trade. Jonas Enroth. No, boys, we have nothing to trade away here for these top-notch players. That's why when I picked up Joffrey Lupul, it was a lot easier, just because. But you know what? I mean, I might just be able to do this just to do it, just to see what happens. Like a Corey Perry for the first. All right, and if I you know what? That's a waste. Corey Perry, he's The salary cap is way too much. Let's go, what's his name? Let's go, TJ. Oh, man, I'm caught between a rock and a hard place right now. I know everyone's going to say, oh, you're a Toronto Maple Leaf fan, but Joffrey Lupul, he's still, like, if you compare Joffrey Lupul to Oshie, is the two-way forward going to get more points on the first line than the sniper, who's 84 overall, and he still has 3.5-star potential, right? I mean, he's got the 4.5-star categories and all the offensive categories. I'll just go back to TJ Oshie right now. There you go. He's got the 4.5 as well. Oh, it's a hard combination because I don't know if the two-way forward will do good for that first line where Joffrey Lupul did okay, I suppose. So you know what? I'm not going to make any trades right now. The reason is because we had no trade value. And if you guys don't want Joffrey Lupul on the team, then I need to trade him, which means I need to sign him to trade him. And I don't mind doing that in my last year. All right, so the first overall pick is going to be something that we... Oh, Rocky Suter, never mind. Somebody who's got a 3.5-star potential, so that's decent. All right, so auto draft... I know, I had to go through the teams to see which players were available. I think those same players, like, if they're still on the teams, will be available to be traded for in free agency. Like, Corey Perry will still be available. It'll only change once the regular season, or the preseason gets loaded up, right? But, yeah, let's just get to, what's it called? Let's just get to the free agency so we can see what's good. Let me just switch over so I don't lose this. Hang on. All right. So let us go ahead. We'll just quickly do the re-sign stage. I should have plenty of salary cap because we didn't trade for anybody. I know I held on to Dwight King even though I wanted to free up some cap space. But that was only if I was going to make the trade right there. We can still trade away Dwight King if we need to. And I shouldn't run into cap space problems right now. So Ernest Chiarelli, the Big E, we got to get him back for sure. $8.5 million. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. He has, and he might get a jump this year. So I mean, he's had 2 Vezina trophies. He's 26 years old. Yeah, that makes sense. We're 10 years in, so the salary cap, yeah, it makes sense. So he's going from 3 mil up to 7.5 mil. It's a lot. I can go down to... we'll just go 7.5. That works for me. So 6 years at 9. I'll go 7 years at 7.5. There you go. 7 years at 7.5 for Ernest Chiarelli. Jonas Enroth, we're going to have to hold off on you. Talbot, release you. There you go. All right, so... let's go through. Oh, you know what? Let's go through it one at a time here. All right, Braun, Lashoff. I got to wait for you guys for some depth. Russell, wait. Actually, Russell's got the 2.5-star potential. He could drop, so I'll release you. There you go. Matsumoto, enforcer defenseman. Probably somebody that I drafted, so there you go. I'll just sign him to 3-year, 2-way deal. Handed Suter. All right, Suter was shitty. Rocky Suter. He wasn't the 3-star, a 3.5-star. All right, so right wingers. Adam Ernie, I want to sign him, but let me just wait on him. Bertolucci, depth. Verrier, depth. All right, all these guys. Any enforcers? Grinder. Josh McNaughton, I'll sign the grinders. Enforcers or grinders as 3 stars are okay. They can turn out to be okay players. Pete Walton. All right, so we got to sign Pete Walton now. He wants 6 mil. Oh, my God. All right, what have you been doing? I guess so. I mean, last 2 years, 60 points, 60 points. What has he done in the playoffs for us? 3 points, 4 points. It's not like he's been nowhere in the playoffs. So, all right, Pete Walton. But you know what? I'm only going to give you, I'm going to give you a 2-way deal, 2-year deal so I can save money with you. And then you get your big contract at 25 years old. What can I go down by? I can go down to 5.5 maybe? Maybe not that far. I'll try it. I don't think I can go down that far. We'll try it, though. Clifford, I'll wait. Lupul, I'll wait. Holton, all right. I'll re-sign this guy. Nope, 1 year, 1 year. There you go. 1 year, 2-way deal. I got to save some money. Pretty sure we should be okay. But Ernest Chiarelli did want a lot of money. Terrell, Sundin, wait on these guys. Natsanen, you got 2.5 stars, so you're going to be dropping. Point, might as well re-sign this guy. He might get a jump. So give him the 2-way deal. Yep, there you go. 2 years at 2-way. Points. Saunders, same thing. Resign this guy. He might get the jump. Ooh, he wants a mil. All right. I'll hold off on you. I don't want to give anybody 1-way deals until I know exactly everyone who's signed on this team. So that guy, Koffler, Tomasek, they're both 26 years old. They might get a jump this year to mid-80s. And then you have trade assets for mid-season, you know. So maybe that trade for the first-line right wing can come trade deadline. Because then we have a bunch of players trading assets. And then more teams want to give away these top-notch players, you know. Possibly. We'll see what happens. Matsumoto, McCotton. Alright, Walton. So Walton's back, that's good, and Shirelli is back. Alright, so we have $10 million, though, after that, so you can see. And next year, we got to sign McFarland, so, yeah, this is really the last year we can do anything with this core. Alright, so 10 mil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might want to... Oh, Braun's got the 3-star now, doesn't he? Oh, did he always have the 3-star? Well, we'll see. Alright, and forwards... 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got to sign Clifford. Who are the top guys I got to sign still? Let's see. There's a few of them. Joffrey is one of them, too. Alright, so... Yeah, there's a lot of guys here. Shit. Alright, so Joffrey Lupul. I don't want to let him walk. He only wants 4 mil for 2 years, so yeah, I can afford that. So 4 mil for Joffrey. Alright, Braun, Terrell, Clifford. How much do you want? Don't want 4. Okay, good. 3, so we're up to around 8 mil. 8 mil, then 2 mil left to sign all these guys. And Ernie, though. Ernie as well. Adam Ernie. He wants 3 mil. Alright, so it actually might be a little bit tight here. Alright, so let me just see this. 1, 2. So, say we have Joffrey Lupul on the first line. Alright, so McFarland, Walton, and Joffrey. Then DeCall, Couturier, Boucher, Gallagher, Reichel, and Mantha. So there's the third line. Then we got to get Clifford for the fourth line. You can go Clifford, Palmieri. Well, you have Palmieri, and Ernie and Palmieri are kind of exactly the same player. Maybe I should make the switch now to Adam Ernie instead of Palmieri. Adam Ernie. Nah, you know what? He played in the NHL. I'd rather still go with Kyle Palmieri for the... But you know what? Adam Ernie could take faceoffs, can he? Yeah, he was the faceoff taker. Right. All right. Who else do we have down here? Brendan Lemieux, Dwight King. We're going to have to release these guys. Free up some cap space. Dan and Terrell, you can go now. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to get all those same players that we had. All right. All right, so let's get him back. Joffrey Lupul. Get him back on our team. 2 years. Actually, 1 year just to be... Nah, 2 years is fine. He's going to play. I can trade him at the end of this year. And besides, I might not be here anyways. So let's go down to... 6 points. Yeah, there you go. 3.6 for 2 years for Joffrey Lupul. Kyle Clifford, I want him for the fourth line. 1 year. Oh, how much will... Yeah, 2 years. There you go. 2 years at... how much could we go? Let's go 2.5. 3.25 for 2 years for Kyle Clifford. And then Adam Ernie as well. Yeah, 2 years at 2.850. All right, so there you go. There is... Basically, our roster's filled up now. We still need, well, we don't really need a defenseman because we had that enforcer defenseman that we can still use. But there are our key players, and we still have $2 million to work with. So I can still get a few of these guys signed. But Jonas Enroth, he's going to have to be released for sure now, right? He wants 1.6. No, I'll release you. He's a good backup, but I can find another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, got to sign these guys. How much do you want, Braun? He wants 2.7. Can't afford you. Got to release you. All right. Goodbye. Lashoff, he's going to want money as well. Got to release you. We're going to have to go with Morrison at least at the beginning of the year. Right? The trades will come where I can trade away a King to free up some cap space. But those trades will come either in free agency if there's players available or during the regular season. All right? So we can use them for depth until we don't need them. Dan and Terrell, I don't think I need Dan and Terrell anymore at all. How much does he want? He wants 1.9. No, I don't need you, Dennis Terrell. You're too much. Release you. Verrier. If you want a two-way deal, I will... No, one-way deal. I've got to release him. A lot of guys got to be released now. Bertolucci, if you want a one-way deal, I will sign you. Two-way deal. I mean, if he wants a two-way deal, I'll sign you. He wants a one-way. All right. Stefan Sundin. Now, here's somebody I would want to sign. Because he's our player, and he's going to get that jump in the next year or two, right? So, let's sign him. There you go. 3 years at 1.05. And then these guys I can get at the two-way deals. There you go. Thomas Sek. This guy might not want to be signed. Koffler. Got to sign this guy. Did I already get Koffler? Yeah, I did. Sorry. Who was it? Saunders. There you go. Why does Saunders? Well, because he's already listed as a fourth liner. That's what was confusing me. He's already 70 overall, but he wants, no, you know what I'll do, Saunders? I will, there you go, tender quality. No, you know what? Tender qualifying offer, whatever. There you go. Just get him off the team. We don't need him. Koffler, Sundin, Thomas Sek. All right, so let's skip ahead a day. We'll see who's coming back on our team here. There you go. Stefan Sundin, Koffler's back, and we have $2 million to work with. Tomasek, should I get this guy back two-way forward? He's got 92. Yeah, you know what? He's not a bad depth player, and he might get a jump this year. So he deserves a. He's gonna want a one-way deal, but yeah, there it is. I'll give it to him though, because if he gets the jump, I can trade him. All right, so there you go. So there's all the contract signing moves that we had to make, just under the cap, so that's good news. Obviously, we can still trade away guys like Dwight King or our one or two of our defensemen to free up an extra $1.5 million, $2 million if we want to get that extra player. All right, but I didn't really want to make any trades at the draft right there. It wasn't working out. I want to know exactly who we want to get, and the trading asset going out the other way. So if we're going to replace Joffrey Lupul, I will trade Joffrey Lupul. All right, but I didn't want to make the trade right there. So goaltenders, this is where we're going to stop it. If you guys have any suggestions, we need a backup goaltender. All right, so we have $1.6 million. I think we should use that for like a Bartosak or a Jerry or someone like that, right? Some potential players right there. And unrestricted, oh my God. Sam Reinhart is an unrestricted free agent at 26 years old. William Nylander, drafted by the San Jose Sharks, unrestricted free agent at 26 years old. Why in God's name? How in God's name did they let this guy go? Who drafted him? Edmonton Oilers, and he's gone. Yeah. All right, so there you go. There's some available young players in the NHL this year. Jesus, man. All right, and then there you go. There's all the unrestricted free agents. So Michael Grabner's up there, but he wants $8.8 million. No, thank you. Sam Reinhart only $4.8, but we don't have the cap space for it, boys. So I think we're gonna have to just pass on a bunch of these guys. Griffin Reinhart as well. Oh Jesus, the Reinharts. All right, so let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one.